And we're back with another cooking video. This one is, what was the name of it? Easy, lazy, chicken noodle, something or other. I'll get back to you on that. Phone's restarting. I don't remember the name of the recipe. Anywho's and way, and don't forget where. Egg, noodles, vegetables, chicken breast, which I already took the liberty of dicing up. You guys don't need to watch me do that. You know how to dice up the chicken. Chicken broth. It's going to be like a chicken noodle soup, I guess. Ish. Cream of chicken soup. Cream of celery soup. Cream of mushroom soup. The mixed vegetables. We're throwing the California style in because the wife wanted a little mix of different stuff. The broccolis and the cauliflowers. But otherwise, it's pretty simple. And then just some regular seasoning. Salt and pepper to taste. Easy peasy. This is another quick, easy crockpot meal like I like doing here. Now, I am cheating a little bit. So we're going to pressure cook the noodles with the Instapot. We're doing that right now. And then we're going to do the same with the chicken. Got started later on this recipe than I wanted to. We got caught up doing stuff with the trailer and getting ready to pack and stuff like that. So don't have 4 hours to let this sit and cook down in the crock pot. So I am cheating a little bit here today. But normally it's a crock pot meal or a dump meal, whatever you want to call it. Dump it all in a crock pot. Let it go for, 2-3 hours on high. Get her done, right? So we're going to cheat a little bit today. We're utilizing the pressure cooker, or the Instapot rather, for the noodles, which it's starting to right now. So I bet the noodles are in there just away. And then we're going to use it for the chicken as well. And then we're going to dump everything in the crock pot and just let it kind of, mix around for an hour or so. And just let them, what's the word I'm looking for? Emulsify. Let the vegetables and the cream of chickens and the noodles and the celery, creamos, whatever, soups, kind of just all mix together and emulsify together and get the flavors mixed. And then we'll get after it. We'll be back here in a minute. So here we got, now we're going to go ahead and start letting all this stuff go. Because we're essentially going to put cooked chicken and cooked noodles down into this mixture. So we're going to get the cream of chicken soup in there. The cream of celery and the cream of mushroom. Come on now. Cream of mushroom. And then we're going to put all the vegetables in there. So, my lazy meal is what this is called. Believe it or not. I'll stick a photo in there to show it to you if you don't believe it, guys. My lazy meal is what it's called. And it is. It's an easy... Come on. It's an easy meal to do. Well, for crying in the mud. That's the cream of mushroom. We're going to worry about cleaning that one out. So just get all your cream of whatever it is soups, the mushroom, the celery, and the chicken. Get them all in there. Get a spatula and dabble this thing out. Get all that out of there. Moses. The Instapot's gurgling, so I think the first batch of noodles is about done. Cream of celery. Now we doubled up on a few things here. We went a little more. Because the guy don't mind leftovers. So it called for 1 bag of noodles. We were going to do 2. Well, we at least bought 2. Make sure you do this, because there's a lot that sticks to the inside of the cans. I'm willing to bet I pulled a 1/4 cup of soup out of these things, out of each can. Alright. And then we're going to do the vegetables. Oh, the same. Instapot's erupting all over the place. I think it's time to send the old Benchmade back to Benchmade and get sharpened. I don't even want to open plastic bags. And this is a 2-pound instead of a 1-pound. So we'll probably only do half of this and then put the rest in a gallon zippy. Sure, why not? That's about half. We'll put the rest in a gallon zippy. Alright. So I'm going to say probably about an hour it'll take for this stuff to melt down. And then we'll put the hot noodles and what? Huh? It's frozen. It'll cut down later. A big piece of cauliflower in here. Got to cut that down. It's like a giant piece. But anywho's, no, we're going to use probably half of this.
I already opened it.
Oh.
Whoa, what is it saying?
There we go. Sure. You can add more if you need to, but right now we're going with about half. So we're going to let that start cooking down while we're waiting for the noodles and the chicken to get cooked in the pressure cooker to speed things up. And then we'll add all that together and let it go for about an hour just to let everything emulsify and just get all ooey gooey good together. Well, and we'll be back with you. And the first batch of noodles is done. Which, judging by looking at it now, I think this is all we're going to need. Oh, thank you. I think we're only going to need one batch of noodles. So we're going to dump the noodles in here. And then we'll get the chicken going and get the chicken in there. Egg noodles. Steaming up. Can't seize nothing. Get that cleaned out and then we'll get the chicken going in there. Yes, sir. Yep. I think this is going to work out good. It's already looking good. Look at that. We're going to go with the whole thing of chicken broth. Yeah. Yep. Just like that. All right. We're going to get the chicken going, then we'll get the chicken added in there. And we're back. The chicken's done. The noodles are in. Now, she's getting good and hot. Should be. She's been running for a while. So we got the chicken done. We seasoned it with some Italian cologne, some black pepper, and a little bit of honey. And we're just going to add that nice chicken breast that's diced up. Now, the original recipe, you should add all these ingredients in here together. The chicken breast whole. The original recipe calls to shred the chicken. Well, like I said, because we were a little behind the 8 ball, started this about 4 o'clock with plans of eating around 6. Now I'm going to let this cook for about an hour in the crock pot here. Get everything else up to temperature. Everything's cooked. I mean, you could technically eat it right now, but it's probably not all as hot as we'd like it to be. Because we did add frozen vegetables to the mix here. And the chicken... cream of chicken soup, cream of celery soup, cream of mushroom soup, and then the chicken broth we added. So, everything's cooked, so this is edible now. We're going to let it cook for an hour. We're going to add the rest of the chicken broth here. I keep saying that, and then after I mix it in, I don't like the consistency of it, so I stopped. But I think by the time we're done here, we'll probably have added the whole 32-ounce box of chicken broth, because, well... yeah, just because. So, we're going to keep this mixed up here. We're going to probably, I guarantee we'll add that whole 32-ounce box chicken broth. As I'm seeing it here, mix, whoop. So, we're going to let this cook for an hour with plans of eating it around 6 o'clock. It's about 5:15 right now, so it might be a little after 6, but... yeah. We're just going to do it. The hell with it. Bloop. And I'm sure that'll cook down some. Or I may have just made a mistake, but we'll see. Anywho's, we need to thicken it up. I got one more can of cream of chicken soup that we can add to thicken her back up a little bit. But I'm sure some of that chicken broth will cook down over the hour or so that we're going to let her cook. Anywho, oh, I'm making a mess of my Dixon shirt. Anywho's, I didn't add when you do condensed soups, generally, you take the can and fill it with a cup of water and whatever. I didn't do that here either, so we're using that as the chicken broth. I don't want to use water in this because I don't want to water down the flavor. I want it to be a full, robust, good flavor profile with everything that we added here. So we're gonna add a little more powdered Italian cologne, the garlic powder. And then we're going to add some black pepper. Yep. Way too much. Perfect. Just the way I like it. And then we'll get some fresh cracked black pepper here. This was the best thing. This was the best $10 I ever spent. Let me tell you. I love this thing. I hate manually crushing peppers corn. It's so much easier, so much faster. The only thing I wish I had was a bigger receptacle. Bigger tank for the peppercorns, because I think I've gotten maybe 3 recipes out of this. I do like black pepper though, so I use a lot of black pepper, but probably should have got one with a little bit bigger receptacle for the peppercorns. But for $10, the heck with it. Couldn't go wrong. But I love this thing. Best thing since cake and ice cream. Yep. Again, way too much. Perfect. Anywho's, we're going to go ahead and put the top back on this and just let it cook down for about an hour. Let everything just marry together and emulsify and get hot. Got her on high. And we're going to let her go. And again, like I say, everything's cooked now the way I did it. You're supposed to put the chicken breast in there with everything and let her go for like 3 to 4 hours and then shred the chicken breast. I diced it up, cooked it on the side because we got started later than we wanted to. So we modified it. We made it work for how we needed it to make it work. Anyways, we'll be back once this is done and we'll do a taste test with y'all. Alright, first impressions. We got her done. Let's see what we got here. Now, of course, if this was just for me, I probably would have threw some heat in here, some kind of spices, something spicy other than just pepper. Hot. That's good. I'm gonna jazz it up with a little bit of the stale cracker. Cajun fire seasoning, give it a little bit of heat, and some more black pepper. Now, some of you may be saying, ooh, cream of mushroom soup. Let me tell you, my wife is the pickiest eater I know. And even I said that when we were in the store. Cream of mushroom soup, are you going to be okay with that? Oh yeah, it's fine. Mixed in with things, it's not bad. I can deal with that. You really can't. I mean, it's there. You can taste it if you have a palate for tasting things like that. So yeah, you can taste it, but it's not like overpowering. She doesn't like mushrooms. She won't eat mushrooms. But she eats this. She's eating it, cream of mushroom soup and other things too. So don't turn your nose up at it, fellers and fellettes. Try it. A little more pepper here. It needs something, and I can't put my finger on what. I like exotic food. I like spicy stuff. I like bold flavor profiles. And to me, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of bland. It tastes like chicken noodle soup, but more of it like in a casserole. Because it's not soupy. But it's good. We'll do it again. This is a good one. Anywho's way. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Appreciate it. We'll see you all in the next one.